Hello, welcome to my channel, Wisegiver. Today I'm going to give you guys an update of my week in Colorado back in October. So as many of you know, I had the opportunity to volunteer at Wind River Ranch, the place that my sister and brother-in-law work at. I was there for a special week where a group of women came up from Atlanta, Georgia with City of Refuge. Now, City of Refuge is a recovery place for women who have been mistreated or were working on the streets, various things like that. They can come to City of Refuge and go through a 12-step program of recovery as well as time to get to know who God is. And the ladies that came up were amazing. They were such a blessing. Once you hear their stories, you will just be blown away by what God has done in their lives. During my time in Estes Park, I got to volunteer mostly with my sister Emily, who is the head of housekeeping. So we got to help prepare the cabins for the ladies to come, and during the week we put special little gifts on their bed or verses or special just like little remembrance things. When they go back home, they can look back at the things that we gave them and remember what God did in their life, as well as just remember who God says that these women are and truths from God's word that they can stand upon. My biggest takeaway from my week at Wind River Ranch and spending time with these ladies is that no matter how bad your background is or what situations you came from, God is always ready to restore and redeem us for His glory. So these women came from some unbelievable backgrounds. Like, some of the things that happened to them during their life are just like unimaginable. But when you see their lives now and you get to know them and you hear their stories of where God is taking them, and now that they've surrendered their lives to God, like the beauty that has come out of their stories and the people that they are impacting for God's glory, and seeing lives being transformed by the power of God. One of the ways that I learned that we can best serve these women and live life with them is to see them the way that God sees them. Now, you may not think that this makes a big difference, but it does. During the last evening of the week, the women or the volunteers were able to share what impacted them during the week, their week at Wind River Ranch. And many of the women commented on how the people or the volunteers, the staff at Wind River Ranch just love them like they love anybody else. We didn't know their individual stories, but we knew their overall background, but that didn't change the way that we love them. And they said that it impacted them so much that we would just love them regardless of their past. So my takeaways from this experience are, number one, City of Refuge and Wind River Ranch are amazing, and what they're doing is making a huge impact on the lives of many people. Number two is we've got to learn to see these women for who they are and who God says they are versus who they were or their past experiences. Number three is these women are amazing and have so much to give. Like, if we will just allow ourselves to learn from them and live in community with them, there's no telling what God could do. And lastly, Jesus came for those who are sick and need a doctor. He didn't come for those who had their lives together and were perfect. And frankly, there's no one out there that has their life together and is perfect. If you've already received healing from Jesus Christ, our heavenly physician, then you know what it feels like. But if you know that you're sick and in need of a doctor spiritually, then in the same way that these women have experienced the transformational power of Jesus Christ and are still experiencing the healing that Jesus can bring into your life, then know and rest assured that it doesn't matter what your background is. Jesus is right there, ready to heal you, redeem you, restore you, and He wants to change your life, not just for eternity, but for here on this earth. And God has a plan and a purpose for your life. never underestimate God's ability to change your life around. Just give him a chance, and he's already been looking for you. He's just waiting for you to turn around and grab his hand and say yes to him. If you like my videos and would like to hear more about what God is doing around the world to transform lives, then please subscribe down below, comment, and like my videos. Thank you so much, and peace out.